Enough. 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 Okay, Rune, you called me on my bluff. I respect it. I respect it. Let me tell you, actually, let me tell you about the. Why is this so loud in my. I can hear myself in my own microphone right now. Let me tell you about the chair thing. If you don't know, if you don't know, yesterday, uh, I ended stream yesterday at like 11 p.m. By like 12 p.m., I was in my lab with an idea of what I wanted my April Fool's prank for the lab to be. So I get to the lab, and the idea is I'm gonna take all the chairs that are assigned to people, that are chairs that are kind of loose in the lab. There's like 3 of them. But all the chairs that everyone has that are theirs, I'm gonna take them out of the lab. I'm gonna move them to a secret classroom somewhere else, and then I'm gonna leave a trail of riddles that takes you to them. That was my idea. But I just walked in there with a hope and a dream. I didn't know what I was going to do. Okay? And so I get in there and I realize I need to find a classroom that's not going to be used tomorrow. I don't know which classes are going to be used, right? So I start looking online. Where's the fucking schedule? Where's the schedule for the building? Which class is not going to be used tomorrow? Which classroom can I use tomorrow? Turns out there's a classroom in the building, 3rd floor. Classroom 302A. And I'm like, okay, so I'm gonna move all the chairs over there. I lug them 2 by 2 into the elevator. I go down to 302A. I put all the chairs in there. I label each chair with like whose it is because I don't want people to get mixed up and I don't want people to end up with a chair that wasn't theirs. I make a prank, but I put safeguards in. Okay, the prank has little guardrails. If we were bowling, we're hitting strikes. Yes, I know, but hang on a second because there's lore to this. I'm gonna actually pass it through my phone. I'm gonna read it off my phone because I wrote the riddles on my notes app. My face cam is slightly tilted. I don't know what you're talking about. No, it's not. Um, yes. So the first riddle goes: 3 riddles for your chair. Oh, this April Fool's your think. To begin your escapade, a note awaits by the sink. And then you go to the sink where there was a little note, sort of a little under there. And then it says, "When the maintenance is due, gotta check if it's on you. Someone pressed Control plus U on the hint for the next clue." So then you go ahead and you go look at the maintenance board, which every week there's someone that does lab maintenance. And I underlined someone's name, which means, Control plus U, you go there, you find the underlined person's name, you go to their desk, and kind of a little hidden to the side, there's virus pellets and of course PBMCs all must spin in a machine. Don't go in the room with the TCs, cause out here it's got a twin. All spin in a machine. It's the centrifuge. We have two centrifuges in the lab. One in the tissue culture room, the TC room. But I'm not gonna send anyone into the TC room while doing that because you gotta wear a lab coat, sterilize, etc. I'm not gonna do all of that. But we have another centrifuge outside. We have another centrifuge outside. And so on the other centrifuge outside to the side, the twin of the machine, I put another one that said, "Are the riddles funny still, or are they just making you ill? Perhaps you should take a pill. You don't want to make a spill." Then you go check the little cabinet where we keep the spill kit, where, all the little spills are there. And then the last riddle goes, "The first word in every line of the message on the door gives the clue to where you'll find your butt's bud, but nothing more." Your butt's bud, of course, being your chair. And then if you take, can I even copy paste all of this onto my computer? I'm just gonna put it all on Twitch chat from my phone. But this, like, the first riddle went like this. So then the first word of every line of the message on the door, because on the door of the labs were put the first one, and it's 302A. And that takes you to room 302A. Dude, I think I kind of popped off. Okay? That was my little riddles. I was up to 2:30 a.m. absolutely cooking. There's arcs in this thing, okay? This thing started and it connected, okay? Everything was fucking I was firing on all cylinders. Anyway, I realize even if the classroom is not going to be used, there's still people that could come into it, for whatever reason to study or whatever. I don't want them coming in taking our chair. So, I go to bed at 2:30. I wake up at 7. Actually, I go to bed at 3. I go to bed at 3 because I was in the lab until 2:30. Then I get home and then, I'm trying to fall asleep. I fall asleep at 3. I wake up at 7 on 4 hours of sleep. I walk to Dunkin' Donuts and I get a dozen donuts plus a coffee for me. And then I just post up in the room with the chairs with the donuts, with a dozen donuts right there for whoever finds their chair, and my little coffee. Because I was just guarding the room. I was just in there with my little coffee, guarding the room, making sure no one took the chairs. And the day starts, and 7 becomes 8, 8 becomes 9, and I'm like, no one's coming over. They don't like it. I fucked up. I was like, ah, fuck, ah, fuck, ah, fuck, ah, fuck. And then I go check at like 9:15. I'm like, I gotta go to the bathroom anyway. So I go to the bathroom. While I'm going to the bathroom, I go up to the lab, and like one guy had walked in, seen his chair was gone, everyone's chair was gone. He just grabbed one of like the spare lab stools, basically, just dragged it over to his desk and sat on it. And I was like, he did not have the patience for this today. He did not have the patience for this today, and I took his chair out. He was just in there trying to do some data analysis, looking frazzled as hell. I'm like, I flopped. I flopped. My riddles were good, but I flopped anyway. I wait another hour. Someone else comes in. They see him. He's grabbed a stool, so they also grab a stool. They sit at their place. I'm like, fuck, 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 fuck. This is not gonna work out. I stop, I'm in the lab at some point. I'm like, I wonder what happened to all the chairs. And they're like, yeah, I don't know. And I'm like, yeah, me neither. Fuck, dude. Then I go back downstairs because I gotta protect the chairs. I don't want anyone stealing it. Plus, the dozen donuts is in there. If you know anything about college students, an unattended dozen of donuts is fucking, it's out of there the second you stop looking. So I go over and I just keep protecting it until I gotta go to the bathroom again because I've been drinking coffee and coffee makes you piss. So I go to the bathroom again. I'm feeling so fucking bad. I'm like, I hit everyone's chairs. People are not playing along. I come back from the bathroom and they are there being like, see, I told you it was room 302A. I told you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh my God, you solved it. I was like, fuck yeah, it worked. It worked. I was like, congratulations, you have solved my riddle. Have a donut. And yeah, and then throughout the day, as people were coming into the lab, the people that had already solved their riddle and gotten their chair were all like, ooh, I wonder where your chair went. And they were all like, I don't know. And then they would turn around, they would see the message on the door, and that would send them out, and they would start going around trying to find it. Dude, it worked. It was a good one. It was a good one. I was so fucking proud, man. I'm proud of myself that it worked. It worked out. I was so worried that it was not flying, dude. I was so worried people were not into it. Anyway, as you can see, ultimately, yeah, I did get a little cute with it. I am the number one lab guy. That's what I try to be. Uh I I did try to get a little cute with like the jellyfish and stuff, but like I'm not about to break my marathon streak or anything. So we're just gonna play regular Ace Attorney. Welcome back to the Great Ace Attorney. Case 2. I got a little cute with a jellyfish, but that's all we're doing today. I didn't even change the DVD in the background. I thought like maybe I should put something else there, but nah. I'm just leaving it there. All right. Let us continue, which is the start of episode 2, which I'm really excited about. I'm not gonna lie. Really excited about that because this is the first case in Great Ace Attorney Chronicles that I haven't played. I had played the tutorial case in September of 2023, apparently. But it's done now. So let us start playing here. And now that outline in the back does look like a particular guy. The adventure of the... You could take a break and change it. Nah. It's a marathon.
That small, dark room, Sholmes and I waited with bated breath. In time, there came from the ventilator a hiss and a soft, almost growl-like sound. Suddenly, Sholmes sprang into
Sholmes?
action, lashing furiously with his cane at a point in the darkness. "You see it, Wilson?" he yelled. His
Wilson?
voice reverberating through the air. I raised my dark lantern's shutter. and the
Wait.
room slowly came into view. Sholmes
Is
was staring
the
intently
Wilson
at one
professor
particular
that
corner.
died in case 1 supposed to be the Watson of this world?
Victim's most perplexing final words. The speckled band.
The speckled band.
I believe this is the terrible coil to which you referred, Wilson. In front of us was an enormous adder, its fangs bared as it
Might have
threatened to
said that.
strike. It truly was the most terrible speckled band I had ever
What
seen.
is a speckled band? Still fucking gets me every time how fucking the typing is. On board the steamship we are, by the way. Ooh, we're still getting animation?
So then, let us unravel this mystery and
Sholmes?
discover what events led to this curious murder. Pray, do excuse me. The cabin door was bolted from the inside when the man was killed.
That is
No
Sherlock
evidence to
Holmes.
suggest the bolt was tampered with in any way.
Are we gonna become Sherlock Holmes'
This then
sidekick?
appeared to be a locked room mystery. In his final moments, the victim scrawled a message on the floor. Almost certainly with the ink from this upset bottle.
He's printing it?
A Russian word. So the victim was a Russian man then. And the letters are well formed, suggesting he was compos mentis at the time. This is a most extraordinary script. And evidently not penned by the same hand as this message. In fact, I deduce it was written by someone of a different nationality. This paper seal was placed just prior to the incident, by the victim himself, I would venture. Well, what have we here?
Who are you, and what do you think you're doing here?
No one must touch before maritime police come. We must wait.
That won't be
Is that
necessary.
Matt
You
Mercer
see,
again?
In less than 5 seconds from now, I will reveal the killer to you.
What? Don't be absurd. This is murder. I need cabin locked from inside.
Ah yes, the locked room. But that mystery is paper thin.
You don't mean the culprit is in there?
Who are you, and where have you come from?
I'm a great British consultant detective, the only one in the world. Herlock Sholmes.
British Sherlock
I presume-
Holmes.
You must have heard of me.
Not Sherlock Holmes. I was for real, like, looking at something else. I didn't really pay attention to what was happening, so I'm going into it exactly like the main character. Something's not right here. There's trouble in the air. Did we get shanghaied into this ship? Did we not know we were getting on board? Wait, this is the murder scene. Wait, I can't move. Oh, I'm under arrest, am I? That's cool. Am I in handcuffs? Oh, you wake up now. Oh, this is Russian. We have to drag you out of the wardrobe. Do not believe how you could not wake up. You're a true cold-blooded man. Yes, that's me. You found me then. I was sneaking on board the ship? Ah, we found you. And now you pay. Criminal. How long are you hiding in that tiny wardrobe, huh? I don't know. How long have we been at sea? Yeah. Also, trying to hide in the war. This is presumably going from Japan to the UK, right? Because we had our friend that was going on the scholarship to go from Japan to the UK. That's a several day long trip. What was the plan with being in the wardrobe exactly? Unless you want to find out how cold the ocean is. I will tell you everything. There's only one thing I'd like to know from you. Oh, I thought it was Herlock Sholmes that was talking to me. Why did you take his life? Whose life? What did you just... Am I just gonna be the culprit in every case we come across? Like everyone? Every single one? Take his life? Why is she here also? Where is he? Where's Kazuma, my friend? He's not dead, is he? You pretend you do not know. You are a wolf in the sheep's pelt. You are the killer. Of Kazuma, my friend? Not Kazuma, my friend. Body. Fuck. Wait. That's a harsh twist. Here, in this very cabin. Dude, the camera work is kind of crazy in this game, actually. The way they went like, ooh, and then they pull out and you're seeing the camera. By the Mia twist. Yeah. Yeah, maybe I am. Maybe I am. So what? Sorry, 1 second. What the fuck? Okay. Cool. Apparently we have metal pipe sounds also going around. It's this boat. It's a really old boat. Do not try to tell us you were doing this terrible thing in your sleep. Maybe I was. You don't know me. These handcuffs fallen from the pipe sound. Nah. Also, what are you talking? My camera window is fine. Why did you take Kazuma-sama's life? Why are you mad at me? What's wrong with it? It's normal. It was just 2 short weeks ago. Did he ask me to come with him? Also, 2 short weeks ago, we still had that fucking bone on the... We still had the fucking bone on the plate? Ha 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 ha. Don't you find it fun being a stowaway? Besides, how else could you come to England with me to study? I really just did stow away. The way that Russian crewman just tossed your traveling case onto the floor. This is not necessary. What, stowing me away? It really isn't, yeah. Didn't think you'd be able to fit inside my trunk. Oh, you didn't think that, did you? Okay, okay. Must be even less of a man than you look. Dude. I thought I'd broken every bone in my body. Except the boner. About 50 days until we dock and grape. 50 days. And he stuffed it in his trunk. I know. What a man. What a man. And then he died. Then he died. Then he died. The death threats are not necessary. It's fine. It's fine. She's a friend. She could never kill me. I'm too powerful. Get the feeling those Russians wouldn't be very forgiving of a stowaway. Sturdy bunch, that's for sure. Why do we need to keep it a secret from the young lady? From the... yeah, Mikotoba. Why is she coming with? Your close friend, more to the point. Oh, they are... oh my god, they're like childhood friends. She was in love with him. Now she's gonna have to make do with me. I don't believe she'd give me away. She knew what we'd done, that would make her guilty by association. That's true. What would I do if someone tried to kill you? Simply, I would not die. Anyway, it's about the time that the steward is supposed to come and clean the cabin. Time to hide. You better get in there, I think. Won't be for long. Flawless plan. That's my thinking. That is my thinking. Clicking off screen also clicks this on? Okay, apparently it doesn't. Won't catch me dead dying. No. Over my dead body, dude. I'm simply not gonna die. What if the steward decides to open the wardrobe for some reason? I'll be in for it. Tell you what, why don't you write keep out or something on this piece of paper? You can stick it over the wardrobe doors once you're inside. So I'm writing it, so my handwriting is on the scene. That's fucking bad. This guy's trying to kill himself and pin it on me is my current plan, my current thinking. This motherfucker is trying to kill himself and pin it on me. We were supposed to be going to England together. Sadly, no. We leave you at next port. Stay quiet until then. Don't make more trouble for yourself. Murderer. Whoa. Duh, you said before, you admit everything about your crimes. When did I say that? And it's... oh, I did stow away. Yeah, that is that crime that I committed. No one else could have done it. Admit the truth. He does not believe me either. Tell me what happened. I need to know. Something I would like to ask of you too. But she seems like an ultimately very reasonable person, Susato. What I'm gonna do is try to find out what really happened. He has been killed. Isn't this just... no. He has been killed. These handcuffs. They think I did it. They think I'm Kazuma's killer. The cabin was locked from the inside. Which means only someone inside could have killed him. Was he killed with his own sword? No access to the cabin by a porthole window. The bolt on the door can't be operated from outside. After the crime, the culprit couldn't have escaped these four walls. Are we gonna do a trial on this boat? Culprit can only have been somebody inside the cabin. Herlock Sholmes did it. Must have been. Do I have a court record? Oh my god, I do. paper seal that says keep out, supposedly. Keep out in Japanese. I'm not sure the Russian crew can actually read it. Why wouldn't you write keep out in... Okay. This is glue on both sides. So presumably this means this is gonna show that whatever this was taped over wasn't opened. Because the paper would have ripped, is my thinking. Oh, do I have a people's tab? People tab. Peepo. Kazuma. When he was taken from this world. A judicial assistant who was traveling with Kazuma to London for a study tour. The epitome of a refined Japanese lady. Susato? It's so confusing because ending something with o is very masculine in Spanish. So it's like in my head it crosses some wires. Did he die then? What happened? You have to tell me. Cause of death is undetermined. Autopsy, someone? Wait, okay, so was it not like a stab? Okay. No post-mortem analysis experience. Get Sherlock Holmes on it. Sorry, Herlock Sholmes. Why would they call him Herlock Sholmes and not Sherlock Holmes? Sherlock Holmes is public domain. You can do whatever the fuck you want with him. Sherlock Holmes is public domain. That's why they make, like, you know, a bajillion Sherlock Holmes shows. Because it's public domain. It's why they're making Frankenstein movies and stuff right now, because it's public domain. Also Dracula and stuff like that. Public domain. Presumably that means there were no obvious external signs of injury then. Some drama with the Conan Doyle estate. Really? They don't like him portrayed as a steampunk twink baddie? Anyone tell me what actually happened in this cabin? I don't understand it. Why would anyone want to kill Kazuma? Something you know the answer to better than anyone. You were here in the cabin when it happened. You're not wrong. Yeah, why are you acting all alarmed for? He would always wake before dawn and do his training first thing in the morning. She was so in love with him, dude. I'm so sorry, Susato. I have every day so far on this voyage. This morning, he did not come. I could sense that he wouldn't. Didn't expect to see it so quickly. Did you get ready for your game? You were not familiar with my game, and that is honestly something you're gonna have to reckon with. Might regret it. Sorry. I check my phone. Yeah, that is exactly what I do. My phone is on this side, actually. He was already dead when Susato-san arrived at his cabin door. I started to become worried, so I went to find a member of the crew. She is actually explaining everything very calmly to me. Crewman forced the cabin door open, and we managed to get inside. He had written in Russian? This MFer knew Cyrillic? My tape now shows exactly where he was found. Must have been asleep in the wardrobe somehow. Were you, like, out of air in there? Did you pass out? Told you everything that I know. It's my turn to ask you a question. Oh, 2 new topics. Oh, she's asking me. Why are you even on board this ship? Said something before about being a stowaway. I sure was. 2 weeks since we left Japan, and I've been shut up in his cabin the entire time. Kazuma-san, he did know. No, that would have been impossible, obviously. No, he knew. Kazuma invited me. He wanted us to go to England together. She's gonna be like, that sounds like him, actually. I'm afraid I don't really know. Because he saw the makings of a freaking badass Ace Attorney in me. I don't understand. What's the real reason? Why go to such extreme lengths to smuggle me to England with you? God, the music's such a banger. Idea that's been on my mind ever since the end of that incredible trial. I think I told you then. You ought to become a lawyer yourself. Was I on a different track in college? Was I studying law at all? You did say that. I didn't think you were serious. I can assure you of that. Something you can decide for yourself once I am in London. Can't be any harm in seeing such an important place with your own eyes. On a personal level, if you were to become a lawyer, then... What? Nothing. This is probably connected to what he said about having a secret mission or something. I mean, he didn't say that. That guy, the one that Imp wants to fuck, the Mikotoba daddy, said something about remember your mission. Kazuma-sama always saying the same thing. He wanted to change the Japanese legal system. Mikotoba daddy will do for a name. Alright. He thought he could do that with you. Sorry. One segundo. It's just... This is a marathon, not breaks. I'm not taking stream breaks. I'm taking breaks for other things. My goodness. I'm a busy guy, okay? Literally, I am a busy guy, okay? Rule 34 Mikotoba, at least put it on main monitor. No, I'm putting it entirely on side monitor. Rule 34 Mikotoba. Is there gonna be more of the daughter or more of the father? What do we think? Mikotoba. Of the daughter, there are 147. Of the father, 8. You are not eating good. Sorry. You're simply not eating good. Something's still bothering me a little. The look in his eyes when he said, "Yeah, are you gonna become a lawyer?" Sorry we kept it a secret from you. I expect he was trying to protect me to avoid me becoming guilty by association. Exactly what was happening. So, but she still thinks I did it. If you're not the culprit, okay, maybe she doesn't think I did it. What happened last night here in this cabin? I was brave, by the way. I looked that up. I didn't even go incognito window. I just full sent it. That's just in my search history now. I don't really remember. Kazuma brought me something to eat, just like he always did. Do I know Pig Latin? I do. How do you know them? Got myself into that wardrobe, just like I always did. After that, I fell asleep. So deeply you didn't even stir when Kazuma-sama was killed. Well, apparently he wasn't killed violently, because y'all don't know how it happened. So come off it, okay? Maybe he just passed away. Quietly. I know it sounds unbelievable. Really, I do, but it's the truth. Only I'd woken up, perhaps I wouldn't be in this predicament. I feel like the sprite of him bringing up the manacled hands, if I can get that transparent. Oh, I don't know how to speak it. That would be a lot of brain juice, like, to do like this. If I can get the sprite only of, like, him raising the fucking thing, I could add that, like, as an emote. That's a decent emote, I feel like, with transparency. For some reason, my head's still throbbing like anything. Seems like a headache from potentially some sort of sleep-inducing agent, carbon monoxide. A hit to the head? Oh, no, it's... Please forget it. I really don't want to doubt you, but the trouble is, there's no one else who could possibly have done this. Couldn't he not have died by a gas inhalation from, like, something in this vent? Or, like, you know, burning something? Metal pipe moment, yeah. Oh my god, you know what this reminds me of? I don't know if they're still doing it. Hang on. I don't know if they're still doing it. The Pokemon Company, the official Pokemon YouTube channel. Aw. They are not. They had a 10-hour live stream today of Mega Starmie running. That's all it was. Just Mega Starmie, which is just this Patrick Star ass looking dude just running. Why did this have to happen? It always does, my good man. It always does. 'Tis the curse. Try to go anywhere. It's a boat. Where am I gonna go? You can't leave. I can't allow that to happen. It's a boat. But Kazuma was killed right under my nose, and I didn't do anything to stop it. Now I'm supposed to just sit around, my hands tied, while whoever did this walks free. Oh my god, am I gonna do the trial while handcuffed? Am I gonna pull a Black Quill? That would be sick. That would be sick as fuck. Let's investigate it. Yeah, find out exactly what happened. Let's split up and search for clues, girl. I'm gonna work out who took Kazuma's life, how and why they did it. Sorry, but you're gonna have to excuse me. Hiya! Damn. Kazuma is dead. Kazuma is pretty fucking dead, yeah. Susato what? Did she say Susato or something? A Susato takedown. it's trademarked? I need you to prove it. Your innocence, I need evidence. What you achieved just a few weeks ago. Successfully defended yourself in a court of law. Is a bad case? I don't... Okay, well... The paper seal? I mean, I could send my collar pin. But paper seal, I'm pretty sure.
Yes!
Seal was on the door, and it's not broken. Was this piece of paper stuck over the doors? There's no... It's just pure investigation? Holy... It truly is a perfect case for April Fools, huh? It's just the blue balls case. Kazuma always put it in place whenever I went to sleep in there. Just in case the cabin steward and another crew member decided to look inside. He did the same last night. Peeled the sign. If I had opened the doors... I couldn't have stuck it on myself. And if it was stuck across the doors, it would have ripped. It's impossible I killed Kazuma. I'm saying all of this while like laying on the floor upside down. Well, even if you are sprawled hopelessly on the floor, I can see why Kazuma-sama thought so highly of you. Perhaps you could help me up. You did kind of fuck up the small of my back. You got me right in the coccyx, girl. In light of that evidence, I don't see any reason why I should stop you from investigating in here. She still does not believe me. Okay. I can't rule out the possibility you use some sort of conjuring trick to put the sign back in position. Okay, so magic. Has 6 cocks. Suggest you investigate as thoroughly as possible in here. There's plenty of things to look at. That theme is really good. I wasn't even paying attention to that. That's good. That's good. I shall be watching you to make sure you do nothing that might disturb the crime scene. Wouldn't want you using your conjuring tricks. She is just a regen of the Princess of Khura'in. I'm using magic and I suck and I'm using tricks. More percussion, perhaps. Maybe, maybe. Oh, this guy's just been here, huh? You saw me get tossed on the ground? Ass over tea kettle? And you were like, yeah, that's fine. This guy is a fucking... He's a real one. Okay, let's look at his sword. Yep. He never went anywhere without it. Japanese man's katana is his soul. From a specific instrument. Maybe. Maybe. But alas, the instrument plays when it will. The instrument plays when it will. I do not control. Ass over tea kettle. Yeah. Ass over tea kettle. Violate his coccyx, ma'am. That's... You said that, not me. She's 16. Doofenshmirtz. That was fucking pathetic. What was fucking pathetic? I forgive all. What was pathetic? Shows just how important it was to him. The sword, yeah. He doesn't have it anymore. What's the matter? Whenever I'm examining things, I always find myself so focused I forget to look around properly. You're as foolish as me. No. Naruhodo is fucking good at investigating. Oh, you're talking about the arrows. Yeah, whatever. Oh, we're rotating ourselves now instead of rotating our position in the system. I see. Using BM. Move around using BM. Just toot myself around the room. Field of vision has been rather small until now. Oh, it gets a little check mark on it when you're done with it. Incredible. That's my dinner from last night. Roast chicken. It was very delicious, wasn't it? But did you eat it on the floor? Nah, man. Do you think he kept me like a pet? Doesn't really feel like the Trucy sort of sidekick. She doesn't. Just make it upside. I don't know what you're talking about. Not a dog, Susato-san. Neither the table. When and how the plate ended up on the floor. Kazuma-sama didn't like the chicken at all, did he? All the more for me. Poor Kazuma-sama spent his last night on this earth with an empty belly. And an achy stomach. What, because you ate too much? What's the scroll on the wall? Bellum Meridium? Bowel movement. Come en el suelo. Ooh. Seigi. Japanese word for justice. Ah. Brush strokes are straight and true, just like Kazuma. His calligraphy always was a reflection of his heart. Can you really look at those characters without feeling shame, knowing who drew them so thoughtfully? Dust? Polvo. I'm innocent, so why shouldn't I be able to? Yeah, even though I stowed away on the ship, but he asked me to, and he's the one that wrote justice on that thing, so you know. Maybe he's got some demons to deal with before we start bringing mine into the friggin' picture. Alright, girl? Chill. Chill. What if I just look at this guy? What's this say? Warning. Rules of passage. List of requests from the captain to all passengers on board. Must keep weapons or other dangerous objects in their cabins. Pets are also strictly forbidden. So he wasn't allowed to leave his cabin with his sword. Presumably. Am I the pet? Are you more of a dangerous object or a pet? This is as close as you can get to asking someone if they are a top or a bottom in this day and age, I believe. 1901. Are you more of a dangerous object or a pet? Well, ma'am, I wouldn't know. But maybe I'm a bit of both. Maybe I'm a little dangerous like that. This is all hella tilted? Did the boat hit some rough waters, maybe? I said that before he did, by the way. You're sniping my jokes now? Whole new fanfic category here. I've had a fanfic in my head now that I've been meaning, like, if it doesn't exist, maybe when I'm done with this, I'm gonna know enough about the material to start writing that shit. You have? Listen. It's a matter for another day, okay? What's the idea? Self-insert fanfic of a guy, day and age, modern, knows about the Ace Attorney games, transported into the body of either Maya or one of the other, like another like spirit medium of the Fae clan. Okay? Okay? And he's expected to be doing fucking seances and channeling people, but he can't, because even though he is in the body of a woman, he is a man. And man can't channel. And so he just has to like solve the cases, sort of psych style. He has to solve the cases and then pretend to have visions and channel spirits to help the fucking bumbling lawyer. Is that not kind of a good idea? Does that not kind of have legs? I think there's something there. A statue of some god of the sea. He's fallen over as well. Would he have even fit there in the first place when it was upright? So many good cross. I was going to explain how he doesn't grow Mia boobs. It's maybe a different school of channeling. I don't know. Maybe they do a different kind of channeling. Perhaps it was Kazuma-sama during his morning sword training. You think he was so fucking good with his sword training, he knocked everything over without cutting the shelf? You think he's in here like a freaking gale wind? He does have his own wind. Bad posture and get good posture when he grows boobs. He goes in a fit of rage. Me? I don't think so. The way these things have been thrown about have anything to do with the case. I think it's the ship, honestly, if I had to say. Everything in the room is tilted that way. That's fallen over. The cup is tilted that way. I'll make everything straight again. I don't like to see a mess. Oh, okay. Yeah, just tamper with the evidence. That's fine, I guess. Dude, that's why he didn't have the chicken. If he had the chicken, he would have blown a hole straight in the wall, dude. Looks like a broken piece of glassware. Looks like a bell? An IUD? One of those two. Here's the broken clean in too. Maybe he cut it. Such a beautiful collar. Cute little Netsuke fastener from a kimono outfit. Oh, is that the Labubu that guy had? He wouldn't have secretly carried a cute little trinket like this around with him, would he? The mark beside it? What is it, I wonder? Sort of a brick-like hue. Don't see anything of the same color anywhere. So whatever it was, it left a little skid mark here. Let's look at the body. No Sekiro crossovers. That's in your hands to make it happen. It's written in ink, but it's written in Russian. He must have knocked the ink pot from the desk when he collapsed on the floor. I don't think so. Does anyone speak Russian? Cyrillic? Dipping his finger in the spillage. No, wait. This is 100%. He was writing a number, because this is a 5. This is a 5 with a line added to it. So this is O. This is 1. I think this is 105. Maybe even 1 again. 1. They're doing the fucking thing from Investigations again. I'm sure there's like the number, because this is for sure a 5. This is for sure a 5. Poor Kazuma-sama. No doubt he was in terrible pain. Almost unbearable to imagine it. I can't read your writing. Like a year or two ago. What is that? How do you pronounce that? That's Russian. I don't know. Dude, it's right here, the foreign script. Let's look at the ink. Okay, I moved a femto inch, and so I can't look at the suitcase. My bad. It's a very large traveling case. Yeah, that's how I got on board. Carries a lot of memories for me. It was Google translatable. Dang. What was it? Garderobe? Garderobe. It is garderobe. Oh, wow. Very impressive, Rin. Actually, how I stowed away on this vessel, I was brought on board inside the case. Garderobe like wardrobe. Oh. It says this way up in Japanese. Foreign crewmen wouldn't be able to read, which is why they just fucking tumbled me. Percy Jackson first crossover. You can make it happen. Percy Jackson, I feel like, has got to be a big nexus in the fic universe. AO3 must be eating good in AO3 if you like Percy Jackson. Being a stowaway isn't as romantic as it sounds. Yeah, it is not. Let's look at the topic here. This is where dear Kazuma-sama would have sat whenever he was writing. What did I do all fucking day in this room? Because he had the desk, he had the sword, he had the scrolls, he had the shelf, he had the desk. Like, what was I? Would I just stand in the corner, just Blair Witching until it was my time to eat and then my time to get in the wardrobe? London Diary. Last entry is incomplete. I'm not allowed to read his diary. Kazuma-sama may have departed this world, but you must not read his private What if it's something important? Something relevant to the case? That was a strong Tusato takedown, man. It shook the ship. Don't like prying into people's personal matters either. In this case, isn't the need for clues more important? Percy Jackson has 12,000 fics. Holy. I am loath to ask, but how many fics does Harry Potter have? There's wardrobe. There's... Oh, I can look at... Okay, let's look at this little scroll first. This is... Yes, it's a bell cord contraption, I think. Bell cord contraption. I read about it in a book I was studying. Talked about life in Great Britain. Large households often have bell cords like this, which you can pull to ring a bell to summon servants. Wow, this is a fancy ship. Shall we give it a little try? Shall we give it a little tug? 106,000. Fuck. That's a lot. Suppose nobody comes for lowly Japanese people. Oh, I'm sure it's just everyone's busy. There's a dead body in this room. They're probably, holy shit, the ghost is summoning me. The bed is not important. The bed that we shared is not important. That's fucked up. 2 weeks since we set sail from Japan. You really been living in that wardrobe the entire time, Naruhodo-san? Isn't quite the right description. Suppose not, although it must have been rather exciting, making this voyage in your own secret hideout. Never knew when a member of the crew might come in. They'd basically have to live in the wardrobe. The line, the witch, and the audacity of this bitch, man. Just because of that, he had no idea what was happening out here in the cabin. One page of 12-point text is about 1,000 words, I think. Double spaced, about 1,000 words. So, figure that out. Wait, no, that's not fucking right. 1,000 characters, not 1,000 words. 1,000 words, it's crazy. It's about 200 words? 200 words. So 1,000 words is like 5 pages of text. Vent. Some kind of opening for a ventilator. A hole through which fresh air can circulate into the hack. Fresh air or deadly poisonous air? Well, this ventilator, if that's what it is, looks like it must connect to the next door cabin. Fresh air into the room, surely it should be connected to the outside. Correct. So that rain and spray don't find their way in when the seas are rough. What if the guy next door is really just sort of... Where did this twink get in my room? When did this twink with his oddly glistening backpack get in my room? The shaders, the lighting doesn't seem to apply the same to him as it does to the backpack. Looks like he might be European. You've noticed the man too. Maybe I was going crazy. Ventilator, what about venting out? Oh no, we got a comedian over here. I do not know who that is. No, apparently not. Something very unusual about him. He's investigating Kazuma's desk, or is he just playing on it? Must talk with him. She looks excited about it. I'm pretty sure the way, like, Watson got renamed to Wilson was the victim in the first case. The Wilson professor. Watson? If you press space on people when they're at crosshairs, you can converse. Excuse me. What do you call an alligator in a trench coat? Hang on one moment. Hang on just 1 second. Just 1 second. Just 1 second. Just 1 second. It really is a monkey typewriter situation in this fucking chat, honestly. It's a monkey typewriter situation in this chat. This is a critical point in my investigation. Okay, well, I guess we're not talking to him. Should leave him alone. Oh, greetings. I hope I haven't kept you long. Hello, Benedict Cumberbatch. Not a rider type monkey. Maybe a rider type monkey. What exactly were you doing on Kazuma's desk just now? No, I said that one unprompted. Did he just piss on me? Did he just piss on me? What was that noise? I see. Fascinating. What do you see? I know, but the sound. Everything is clear now. Your piss is clear now. The train of reasoning has run its course. My deductions have crystallized. Can I actually, hang on, can I actually use it here? Can I use it here? Can I use it in this chat? Can I use it in this chat? Can I use it in this chat? I can. Important emote. Important emote for the lore. The pet, the real top, and the deadly weapon the bottom because you use it. What? Also, hello, Mushroom Gravy. Thank you for the lurk. Train of reasoning has run its course. My deductions have crystallized. You have been in Afghanistan, I perceive. Just recently returned, if I'm not mistaken. Afghanistan? He really looked at my Japanese ass persona and was like, you've been in Afghanistan. And now, whilst venturing toward foreign climes, you find yourself in a most troubling predicament. But, dude, I have not been, my ass has not been in Afghanistan. If he started blowing bubbles off of that. How the deuce did I know that, perhaps? It was really a most elementary deduction, hardly worth explaining. But of course, a great many things. There is no mystery, my dear madam. For example, you have fled your native land of Russia, being as you are a merciless revolutionary. Apparently he is very stupid. You leave 16 victims of assassination in your wake, and now travel to England to blow up the Crystal Tower. And when the beribboned occupant of this very cabin discovered your identity, you ended his life too. Okay, he actually sucks. Yes, I believe that summarizes the facts beautifully. No need to hide the truth now. Nothing deceives these eyes. I see why the Conan Doyle estate might have not wanted this guy to have Sherlock Holmes' actual name. Because he's an idiot. Just to be clear, you are talking about me, are you? Certainly I am. Do you see another in this cabin who fits the bill? A Russian assassin with 16 victims to his name? There is that guy in the background. Maybe that's him. So it's true. It was you. Is the trope going to be that everyone thinks he's a good detective when he actually sucks? Because I'm already not into that. And you're plotting a revolution, too. Shameful behavior. Yeah, I'm Russian also, by the way. No, listen, there's no way. Tell me everything. She keeps doing this to me. How could you do it? I'm not a Russian revolutionary. Thank you. Forgive me. And as for you, what kind of deduction was that? You were just saying the first thing that came into your head. Ah, but was I not right? Whilst venturing toward foreign climes, you do find yourself in a most troubling predicament, do you not? Is he like tarot reading, cold reading me? He's just saying random shit and some of it sticks? Ah, there you have it, you see? What do you make of that, hmm? Broken clock is right twice a day. This ship is en route to England, and I'm in handcuffs at the scene of a murder, so... Not really sure you could call it deduction. It's more plain observation. Indeed, and observation, my dear boy, is the basis of all deduction. My method is founded upon the observation of trifles, you see. I announce my findings with a brassy certitude. And more often than not, I'm right. What is his name? Ah, my apologies. How remiss of me. Oh, regular eyes, I am none other than the greatest detective of the century known to men and women the world over. The inimitable Sherlock Holmes. Whoa, chatter on chatter violence. Fight, 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 fight. Don't actually, please. I love you all equally. The very same, the inimitable, actual Sherlock Holmes. Okay, this is not the actual Sherlock Holmes. Cannot be. I'm hoping there's an actual Sherlock Holmes that is a good detective, and this guy's just pretending, and he's the actual killer. The most famous detective in the world, Naruhodo-san? Of course I do. There's nobody who hasn't heard of him. I'm putting a little nasty on the Japanese names, huh? I'm letting the weeb kind of out. We must ask him what he's deduced. Well, I've worked out the entire case already, I'm sure. He is an idiot, actually. Converse. So you're a great detective, are you? What was your name again? Indeed, I am none other than the one and only Sherlock Holmes. You're German? Sherlock, was it? No, I have no her. I mean, I have hair. Please call me Holmes. You can read all about my exploits in this exciting London publication. Randst magazine, full of wonderful short stories and interesting articles from Great Britain. I have it sent from England especially. Wow. People really had nothing to do at the turn of the century, huh? You're the protagonist in a series of short stories, then. Indeed, I am. You're starting to think you really are a detective. Oh. So, he's just a guy who is the protagonist in these? Make no mistake, I'm not the poor, deluded fellow you take me for. Your inference is backward. My trusty biographer records my greatest detecting achievements and chronicles them in the magazine. You did. He's dead. Doesn't everyone? Mine goes by the name of Dr. Wilson, presently keeping shop in London. Yeah, Dr. Wilson, the guy that died. I must say, thanks to that publication, I've been fantastically busy of late. Why, this very moment, I'm returning from Asia, having solved the mystery of a cursed royal crown. Okay. Deduction, you see, is to me a science. Logical reasoning in its purest form. Really? The astute observer notices even the most subtle of reactions in his subject. A furtive glance, a twitch of a muscle, a slight inclination of the posture. Fingernails, arm sleeves, furs in the skin, all these things are data. And the trained logician makes deductions from this data in the blink of an eye. The ultimate conclusion is, without fail, the truth. As I demonstrated only a few short moments ago. I have a ton both for observation and deduction, and fame. That is what makes me the one and only Sherlock Holmes. Okay. Talk to me about this death. He's kind of an idiot, isn't he? Have I managed to deduce anything, my dear fellow? Who do you suppose discovered the culprit in his most cunning hiding place? That's right. It was none other than the great detective before you now, Mr. Sherlock Holmes. You're the reason I'm clapped in irons, huh? I became anxious about Kazuma-sama. Summoned all of the crew members to force the cabin door. Wait, let me check if it works. It works! I want to turn an important part of society. Yeah, but they're not an important part of the fucking Ace Attorney universe. When the main character is a dumb twink, that's one thing. Because then I inhabit the dumb twink. And then, you know, it makes sense that the dumb twink knows nothing. When the side character is the dumb twink. Yeah. But I'm feeling like this guy's gonna be around a lot. Larry wasn't around that much. Gaining entry to the scene of the crime. Yes, luckily for everyone, the great detective Sherlock Holmes was on board. The handcuffs seem to be an excellent fit, Mr. Naruhodo. Exactly. Dumb twinks should be submissible and readable. The very moment I laid eyes on the scene, two facts were immediately apparent to me. Two facts. Oh my god. We're never gonna get out of this conversation. Tell us, please, what two facts were apparent to you? Yes, but first, let us be precise. The two facts in question were immediately apparent to me. Allow me to elucidate. Two facts that I deduced from a mere momentary glance at the scene of the crime were as follows. Number one, the cabin was locked from within, rendering escape of the culprit out of the question. Number two, the victim was Russian and killed following a dispute with an acquaintance. Wow, victim was Russian, huh? Fucking god. Oh man. Made you think the victim was Russian. Observe the dying message left by the victim on the floor. That is the Russian word for wardrobe. Kazuma-sama could have left the wardrobe. In their final moments, many find their native tongue filling their head. For this young man, Russian. Initially, I considered Guard Rob might be the name of the killer. Said Robert Guard, perhaps. But in the interest of thoroughness, I decided it would be wrong not to look inside the wardrobe there at least. Where I was. Quite so, I found you, the renowned Russian revolutionary killer. We're both Russian. Observed you were wearing the same attire as the victim. In other words, you were acquainted. If my memory serves, that outfit is the traditional dress of the Russian people. No idea a detective could get something so wrong. Yeah, we're Japanese, dude. I took a photograph of the victim and the message that I might analyze it for possible hidden details. Yeah, this is 100% 05. AP. Was it AP? I really want to figure it out. This is definitely 105. I don't know. We are Russian revolutionaries. We are. That's exactly what we are. Today. Kazuma had already been taken away when I woke up. Okay. Photograph added. Nice. I like it we just get a copy. That's very nice of him. Can I ask you something, Mr. Sholmes? What, pray? You mentioned Russia before as well. He's a fearsome revolutionary fleeing from Russia and all that. Ah, yes, the train of reasoning that led me to the truth. He is Russian. Or maybe he isn't. That's my train of reasoning. Time was invented by clockmakers to sell more clocks. Sex was invented by cockmakers to sell more cocks. How about that one? We talked about your deduction before. Things you concluded about me, I mean. famously accurate, troubling predicament you find yourself in. The other details I was more hoping to discuss. A cocktail book, a cocktail recipe book called Das Cocktail would kind of go hard, actually. Merciless Russian revolutionary and assassin of 16 part. More sordid details. It was a fairly commonplace deduction. Here we have this morning's paper. Main headline reads, whoa. Revolutionary violin Bolshevik. Villain Bolshevik. Flees Russia via Shanghai. That is not what I said. I said sex was invented by cockmakers to sell more cocks. SMH my head. SMH my head. I'm being misquoted in my own chat. It's okay, I fixed it, I think. Yeah, I fixed it. SMH my head. Quote 150, by the way. 150. That's not nothing. Especially since when was quote 1? It was a year and a half ago. We're on about 50 quotes a year rate? No, not a year and a half ago. Yeah, a year and a half ago-ish. 50 quotes a year. It could be higher. It's not so bad. We've got good quote quality, I would say. 200 quote celebration. Well, y'all gotta quote me more if you want me to. Y'all gotta quote me more. I say funny shit all the time. This is the level that's happening the whole time. It's on you guys to catch it and quote it. I'm not about to stop everything and quote. Mr. Sholmes has concluded he was Russian because of what Kazuma-sama wrote on the floor. It was a simple act of reasoning to realize the culprit of this crime was the same merciless revolutionary. One who would kill the very man who helped him to escape after his true identity was discovered. Yes, you. Violent Bolshevik. 100 quotes a year. 150 divided by 1.5. You're so right. It's 100 quotes a year. Wow. Yeah, I don't look anything like that, man. Well, you are a fearsome revolutionary after all. Therefore, you have no doubt learned to revolutionize your appearance as well. And, I might add, your name does not appear on the ship's passenger list. 16 victims of assassination blown up the Crystal Tower. Ah, yes, the journalist clearly interviewed the man and printed all those particulars in the article. The deeds the man has perpetuated thus far, and those he is plotting. Everything about this revolutionary Bolshevik was included. There can be no mistake. Interviews with newspaper reporters. Good revolutionaries do. What about the part you said I was just returning from Afghanistan? Bolshevik has recently returned after a period of subversive activities in a war-torn region of Afghanistan. What even is Afghanistan? There we go. Here, take the paper for yourself. There's a little memento of this great deduction. I've absorbed all that is of interest to me within its pages. He read the funnies and did the crossword, and he got it wrong. You may find the article on the back page of interest as well. Cast your eye over it sometime if the interest takes you, though you may need someone to interpret it. Let's look at the thing. This is such a long ass conversation. Okay. Look at the. This seems like it's definitely saying mathematician, maybe? Ooh, hottie alert. This is interesting. This is interesting. Found something relevant? I found a cute lady. Looks like it might be interesting. Ooh. Can't read a single word. No, nor can I, but look at this picture. It's about a beautiful young Russian princess, do you think? She's very pretty, isn't she? Suppose you enjoy articles like this, do you? Damn. Damn. Can't make any sense of it. Thigh guy. Damn. You guys more of a breast guy or a thigh guy? I'm talking about chicken here, by the way. Keep your head out of the dang gutter. About the disappearance of a young lady last night. Renowned prima ballerina of the Novovik Ballet disappears from Shanghai. During a performance in Shanghai, the famous dancer was reported missing. She is, of course, the talented young Nikolina Pavlova. It would appear the woman was in costume when she was found to be missing from her dressing room, wearing the diamond tiara you see pictured, which is worth some 20,000 rubles. Roubles. Row. 20,000 roubles. Must be an unbelievable sum of money. Maybe she is a little bit of a Trucy type character, actually. Tiara is the property of the Novovich Ballet. It seems the director is beside herself with worry. The company is most anxious to recover both Miss Pavlova and the valuable tiara. Requested international assistance at all ports with sailings to Great Britain. The Russians are fleeing their country, apparently. Okay, so now we have both evidence. Cool. The Front, Revolution of Velin Bolshevik, and the Prima Ballerina disappear. Take 20,000, multiply dollars by rubles. Yeah, but how much is it? In 1901, by the way. Someone plug it into like an inflation calculator. Yes, the victim. You missed the metal pipes? I don't know what you're talking about. The desktop of the victim. See, the victim was engaged in penning some text. London Diary, yeah. Ah, but it's gonna be like he was writing in code or something. I don't think you should read his private writings. It could upset people. Tragic. Something you ought to perhaps elucidate before the act of reading. It is my business to know what other people do not. Yes, believe it or not, I know a smattering of Japanese. Oh. Till the trial. I don't know. I'll play until I'm done for the day. 1901. No. 1901. My bad. 1901. Aren't you gonna throw the detective with one of your trademark takedowns? Yeah, he did read the diary. I'm sorry, Naruhodo-san. What on earth? I'm being gaslit. Miss, I'm being gaslit. Anyway, to return to the matter at hand, namely this diary belonging to the victim. It would appear the final sentence is incomplete, as if the author were cut short. What is the nature of the writing? Pray be precise as to details. A smattering, dear boy, a smattering. Sayonara, bonsai, mikado. Nado. Trust you're suitably impressed. There is littered with complicated-looking characters, of which I can read precisely none. He is kind of a weeb, isn't he? Be very happy to read it to you, Mr. Sholmes. Much obliged. Sulfur nitrogen glass. There's literally a gaslight right here. These motherfuckers gaslighting me right here. Right here, sir. Final entry here in Kazuma-san's discovery. So Kazuma-sama's diary consists of just 2 short sentences. The first reads, 1:23 a.m. I can hear a faint whistling sound. Gas. Second sentence reads, 1:35. What looks like some sort of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grill. I have no idea. I've never heard that expression before. Maybe it was just a snake. They just let a snake through, bite someone. You having lasagna for dinner? Dude, you gotta stop doing that to me. That's dirty. A lattice there on the wall, which connects to the adjoining cabin. Finally, we are done talking to him, I say as we continue to talk to him. Do you have somewhere to go? Hopefully he does. As it happens, the victim's writing in his diary have piqued my interest. Matter warrants further investigation, I believe, and if I am still too long, the seasickness takes hold. Thinking of investigating the cabin next door, which the ventilator connects to. Great detectives are a curious breed. Our minds rebel at stagnation. We crave mental exaltation. So yes, I intend to investigate. Hence the truth will become clear soon enough. Could we go with you, please? No, that would be somewhat complicated. A simple glance at your wrist should reveal the answer. After all, you're the prime suspect in this matter. No? I have no recollection of naming you as the culprit at any point. Oh. Okay. You called me an assassin. And etc, etc. Dear me, you are clearly misguided. I would have no cause to say such a thing. Mr. Sholmes, I did hear you say that, too. You're quite sure? Well, that's very strange. Wouldn't have said you had the face of a criminal, you know? Not really. Well, anyway, that was then, and this is now. Let's just let's just strangle him. If you are the culprit, you must play the part more convincingly. Roll over and accept your fate. He's awful. I fucking hate him, man. Why is he so fucking rude? Why does he suck so much? You must go and investigate the cat. Oh, I'm allowed to go now? Aren't you forgetting something? Kazuma-sama spent his dying moments struggling to leave us a clue. You're willing to give up? Going to roll over and accept your fate? You are the one that kept me from leaving, dude. Still have some investigation to finish off in here first. Okay. Let's investigate, if we can. Can we move? Can we schmove? Is he gonna stop us? Even more stuck inside this cabin than I was before. Just have to focus my efforts on investigating here. Oh, okay. Well, I've kind of looked at everything outside of the actual Russian guy. Or the door, really. And for help, and the crewmen forced the door open. They busted the lock, yeah. Quite a small bolt and not particularly sturdy. Slides across to secure the door. Yeah, there'd be no way to get in or out of the cabin, that's for sure. An effective mechanism. No, we're not chained to the chair. Yeah. We could just leave. When she glares at me like that, I feel tense all up and down my spine. Oh, Rinosuke, I think you might be a pet. I think you might be a pet. I don't think you're a dangerous object, my guy. I think you're a pet. I remember reading once in a detective novel, the culprit used a needle and thread to draw a bolt across from outside the room in a situation like this. It's a clever trick, isn't it? I'm an avid reader of detective stories myself. The dream, yeah, they seal perfectly. There's no keyhole. Because there's no key. It's just a bolt. You have pins and needles all up and down my spine. Oh, you're definitely a pet. Definitely a pet. New guy. Crewman? He wasn't here before, was he? Why don't we try talking to him? Okay. Is it just Sholmes dressed up? I've seen him somewhere before. Oh no, it's Hosonaga. It's the detective. We yawned at the exact same time. Oh my god, it's like the parasocial relationship is so real at this point. What can I do for you? How is he gonna wipe it? Didn't know you were here, Inspector Hosonaga. Just on the sleeve, straight up. Wow, that's rough. Why are you hanging like a crooked painting? I am sure I don't know what you're talking about. It's just a regular stream today. No April Fool's tomfoolery happening. Need him to get out of that uniform. Why? Don't you like a little sailor boy? Yeah, the camera is just fine. Just fine. I was so stunned when I saw you, my heart stopped. That can just happen to you? I received some special orders to undercover as a member of the crew and board this ship. If there's anything I can do to help you, please ask. The waiter dripped to the Sailor Scout uniform. So you want him. Sailor Boy is overrated. It's very traditional, Twink. That is true. This president's gonna help me out of this hopeless situation. Can you get me out of my handcuffs? You didn't even call him a seaman. What are your special orders this time? Why are you dressed as a member of the crew? He cannot say, but it's unrelated to the murder until it is. This is all my fault. I take full responsibility. Oh, never mind. My orders were to act as Asogi-san's bodyguard. Oh, bodyguard? Was there reason to think there was someone out to get him? Minister of Justice Jigoku pushed for this overseas study tour to go ahead. He entrusted me with ensuring that Asogi-san reached Great Britain without being assassinated. These are complicated times. There are tensions between the world's greatest powers. Minister Jigoku said we should be prepared for all eventualities. We couldn't give Asogi-san a visible security escort, which is why I'm undercover now, posing as one of the crew. Pipes? What pipes are you talking about? I didn't take my eyes off him the entire time we've been on board, from morning until night, every day. Never imagined it would happen here, inside his own cabin, not here on the first-class deck. The Mona Lisa of music. Yeah. No, this game has a fantastic OST. A bit of like a weird choice of instruments at times, but really good OST. I'm a disgrace. All I can do is humbly apologize. Can we have Subway Surfers, please? No, actually. I don't know how I would even set it up, is the thing. We're doing what we can to investigate Kazuma's death ourselves. And I do want to respect the marathon like a little bit today. You didn't do it. You're not the killer. Really like to investigate the cabin next door, please. Does he have the power to do that? Isn't he undercover as just a guy? You've been deemed a risk to the ship's safety. Man, a risk to the whole ship's safety. I am like iceberg level threat, huh? That's crazy. Stormy looking seaman there would surely snap your neck in two. You think I'm a murderer as well. To give me something to work with, I'm gonna need something persuasive. Some vodka? Oh, some reason why the next door cabin should be investigated. I'd do everything I could to persuade the captain to allow it. Okay, present evidence. His diary. Yeah. Present evidence. Let's see if I can present. I mean, I get it. Okay, it's really babying me because it's the first time you can do that in this game. It's Kazuma's diary. Wrote something rather strange. What looks like some kind of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grill. Still trying to work out what he meant by that, but what I'd like to know is... Can we check it out? If we could investigate in there, we might be able to work out what the speckled band was. But he had he heard a hissing. Oh my fucking god. It's not a gas hissing, it's a snake hissing, is it? No, maybe it is a gas hissing though. Maybe it is a gas hissing though. And my reasoning for this is that we were in the wardrobe and we were really sleepy. Slept through the whole murder, through the room getting trashed. We slept through them opening the door and yanking me out. So I feel like it's gotta be a gas, actually. Can't leave this cabin at the moment. Stuck here until we arrive at the next port. Captain has given me strict orders to guard the scene of the crime. Could it be he started to hallucinate because of the gas thing? And he saw the little bell thing that you can pull to summon servants, and he saw this. He thought it was a speckled band. As long as you don't leave the first class cabin area, I'm afraid I can't remove those handcuffs, though. Okay. I'm a man of my word. Promise you, I'll lay my life on the line if that's what it takes to convince the captain. I failed to keep Asogi-san safe. This is the least I can do. This guy's got a good sense of duty, honestly. I respect that. We can leave this cabin at last. We're not even interacting with the other sailor boy. Oh my god, move his little carriage. That's so cute. Cheese trap. Looking fucking incredible. That's a big ball of cheese. A little bit. It isn't quite what I was expecting. It's less spacious out here than I thought it would be, and this is the most luxurious accommodation. Being sent on this study tour by the government. That's why he was being put up in a first-class cabin. Cheese and steerage? Damn, this guy's looking a little... He's got like a blush. You can't really see it because the chat. He's got a little blush on him. Wait, he's also got a crop top? Damn, dude. They flew to the moon today to get more cheese. So true. Everyone knows the moon is made of cheese. Grommet. That's a good fucking movie, man. Short film? Short film. It's a good one. It's another crewman keeping watch. He looks enormous. He's making sure no one comes in here who shouldn't. Oh, he's keeping people out, not preventing us going in. But yeah, we have ship protocols. Ship section. Like a little boy visiting a toy shop for the first time. I haven't been out of the room in 2 weeks, girl. I've just been making grills. Huh? Oh god, okay, the cheese. Got it. I know, the thing is, I was inside Kazuma's trunk when I first came aboard. You were inside Kazuma's trunk when you first came aboard? Okay, Rinosuke, okay. Ever since then, I've been shut up inside that little wardrobe. Oh yeah, and then you've been in the closet ever since, Rinosuke? Okay, for sure. Am I going crazy? I feel like this is approaching High School Musical 2 I Don't Dance levels of they're fucking gay for each other. I hear it too. Okay. Thank you. Don't give me that pitying look. Let's examine ship section, because I bet that's actually going to be relevant. There's a little map of the ship. Shows each deck. Yeah, they were doing it. Yeah, they were doing it. I don't make the rules. They were fucking. They were having sex in that room. Those two boys. He locked me in a room. Damn. It's a large-scale steamship with a triple-skinned hull. What a marvel of engineering. Such a huge lump of metal doesn't just sink to the... This man does not know about Archimedes' principle. This man does not know about Archimedes' principle. Point and laugh. Point and fucking laugh at this guy. He doesn't fucking know about Archimedes' principle. We've known about this shit for 2,000 plus years, dude. The islands of Japan. They're not metal, but they are enormous lumps of earth, many, many times larger than this ship. And they don't sink, do they? Oh no, she's an idiot too. She's an idiot too. Since the gods created them. Oh no, she's an idiot too. There's a pen next to it. Can we just look through it? Writing is so neat and precise. Every detail about the voyage has been meticulously recorded. Do they just keep that here? And nothing. No reaction at all. Thought he might appreciate the compliment. He doesn't understand you. Not sure that rough and ready is much of a compliment, Naruhodo-san, even to a sailor. Last night's log is mostly blank. There was nothing to report. No noise, presumably. Can we talk to this guy? Can I ask you something? You little stowaway murderer. Why's he got little stripes on his face? Let me try instead, okay? Good day, Mr. Sailor. Yoo-hoo, Mr. Sailor. I'm so sorry to trouble you. Could I perhaps ask something of you? You little third-class lady's maid? Damn. Seem to have caught this sailor on a bad day. Apparently. Very neat Acne. Oh! So there, you're telling me there's like volume to it. It's just a band of acne, just pus going down. Oh no, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I'm senior crewman Biff Stroganoff. Okay. Mr. Stroganoff, about the first-class cabin area. Here we are in finest part of Borea steamship for very important persons. Government officials, kings, and queens traveling in secret. Many important persons. I don't have a Russian accent. I don't have a Russian accent. It becomes Spanish like that. First name Beef. He's earned it. Listen, nominative determinism added again. Look at the fucking definition on these arm muscles. My guy. My man Beef Stroganoff, if you know what I'm saying. Beef Stroganoff. Yeah, it sure looks like he does. That is why I'm always guarding this place. Somehow I let stupid stowaway inside. Pick you up and throw you into ocean, but Stroganoff is not animal. Can we have access to the mic from here? What would you like to say? Into the sock mic? What would you like to say? Go on. Very interesting stuff. The cabin next. Mute. Alright, enough of that. It's not a good bit, because if you can't hear me, then you're just watching a playthrough. This is ableist. Your shitty internet is not a disability. Okay? It's a skill issue. It's a different thing. Russian for yes or no. Okay. It is not permitted to visit other cabins without invitation. Invitation? Tantalizing. It is. Oh, you know about Tantalus, but you don't know about Archimedes, huh? Could you tell us who's traveling in the cabin next to Mr. Asogi's? His name is Mr. Grimsby Roylott? Grimsby Roylott? Roylott? Grimsby Roylott? I don't fucking know. It's luck-based. Do not think about it. He has nothing to do with murder of student boy. Mr. Roylott is authentic Western gentleman. Such a nice man would have no interest in lowly student from insignificant Far East Islands. Okay, dude. Don't fucking get too uppity with me, because Russia and Japan are like this close. We've been having wars and shit, okay? When he came aboard. That is not your business. Am I finding a Russian accent? Am I going crazy? I feel like I'm kind of finding a Russian accent. Now that I've thought about it, it's gonna disappear. But I feel like I'm kind of finding it. Rate my Russian accent 0 to 10. Keep in mind, I'm a sensitive person. Since this gentleman is occupying one of the first-class cabins, he must be rather important. Enough practice can get you there eventually. Mods, hug that person. Okay, I respect it. Can't get any point. Not enough bliat. But I'm not adding my own twist on it. I'm just saying, I'm just reading what I see. If he says bliat, I'm throwing in a bliat. You hear on watch, and you on watch here all the time. Seaman Stroganoff. Seaman Stroganoff. Yeah, that is what happens. Sure hope it does. All the time. So criminals like you cannot come in or get out. Tell us anything. I'm having a lot of fun today, guys. I'm having a lot of fun today. It is sad about student boy. Of course. Did you notice anything at the time? Is this like an insult for heterosexual people, or what is this? Steve, his beef stroganoff. Beef stroganoff. That's niet. Holy shit, this is niet? Oh my god, so true. Because when you see HA in Russian, it's actually nya. Like a little cat, like nya. I remember that. I thought he was just like, you know, like the opposite of the F slur. You know, I thought he was just throwing me to like one of those real quick, and I'm like, whoa, why the fucking drive-by? Did you understand that? It was clearly a no. Or a yes. I saw nothing unusual. Nothing at all. You didn't hear any strange noises or sense anything was wrong in some way. I said no. Okay. You wouldn't catch my eye for a moment. Well, this is enough. I cannot say more now. All gay people are aggressively nonchalant. Very true, actually. Bulkhead to second class area is staying locked at all times. You escape when the lobster whistles on top of a mountain, or as English say, when pigs fly. When the lobster whistles on top of a mountain? Okay. Investigate this area. Yeah, we already were. What are you talking? Okay, hang on. I gotta look at the cheese trap. Cheese grommet. It's a very pleasing shape, isn't it? That's the emergency alarm. It's probably best not to touch it. It says press only in times of emergency. It says alarm bells ringing all over the ship. Brings the vessel to a complete stop. Brings the vessel to a complete stop is crazy. This is an emergency situation. Just look at these handcuffs. Kid. She really is like, boy, you want me to Susato flip you around again? Susato throw you? If you were to bring this vessel to a standstill for no good reason, you'd be in an even worse situation. You have to do something foolish, at least make it something that doesn't affect anyone else. It really is just like, if you gotta kill yourself, do it quietly. That's basically what she's saying. Holy trap for catching mice. Yeah, plenty of those back home in Japan. Well, they seem to be using a lump of chalk. Chalk? That's what's called cheese. They don't know about cheese? They don't know about cheese. Almost 5 a.m. It's almost 5 a.m. Yeah, go to bed. You maniac. My god. See, Rune? Actually, no, don't learn from him. I was about to say you can learn from him. You always go to bed so early. Can't wait for Dark Souls 2. For Dark Souls 1, sorry. Yeah, but there's still this game plus another one, so it's a little ways away, but give it two weeks. 2 weeks, and I'm assuming we'll be on track for Dark Souls. You can't eat it. Naruhodo says the trap will not snap shut on your fingers. I suppose you're right. Okay. I've had to eat for the past couple of weeks is Kazuma's leftovers. Big Rat is Ryunosuke. So true, actually. I know Japanese, and that's what his name means, actually. You know how hungry I've been in that wardrobe. Who are you? I'll find a little snack for you later. She does care about me, like, a little, actually. First class cabin number 1. It's Kazuma-sama's. It's not, yeah. Your accommodation is confined to the wardrobe inside the cabin. Small as the wardrobe I've been calling home. These cabins are the finest on the ship. My own cabin and steerage is number 539, by the way. You trying to invite me over or what? Chat, Reddit, r/male dating advice. This girl on the yacht told me her room number. Am I in? Am I in, guys? Yeah. Good night. This is the cabin next to ours, the one the ventilator connects to. Stop it. Stop. What? Stop being funny? Stop saying quotable shit? Stop being iconic? You want to silence me. Ventilator from which Kazuma-sama wrote that he saw a speckled band emerging. Whoever's in this cabin can help solve that particular mystery. Oh, okay, never mind. We're knocking like we mean business. No answer. We're out of luck. No one in there to help with our inquiries. Oh. It must have been a woman. Okay, it was Herlock Sholmes for sure. Oh, never mind. It was not. Mr. Sholmes? I shan't be stopped. When the fit is on me, I revel in kicking doors off their hinges. Wait, Mr. Sholmes? The door doesn't appear to be bolted. It doesn't. How the deuce can I dispatch this muscular urge? What, pray, can I kick? Don't look at me. She looked at me. She looked at me. Wait. She was like, what can I kick? And she goes. I think we should go in. There's no time to think about stress relief. Another dead guy. Oh. Who are you? Western? He looks Russian. He heard a woman scream. A woman? Don't be absurd. Guys, this is her, by the way. Just FYI, this is her. As you can see, there's nobody but me in this cabin. Does appear to be the only person in here, yes. Shouldn't the vent be, like, here? Why isn't the vent here? There's a vent up there, actually, just behind my camera. But there's no vent here. Unless... Oh, it's the other... No, it doesn't work like that. What? Shouldn't there be a vent? It's on, like, the closed side of this wall. That maybe we can't quite see it. Please excuse the intrusion, but here Mr. Grimesby Roylott, I believe. Grimesby Roylott. Grimesby Roylott? Grimesby. I am the one and only, the actual Herlock Sholmes. You've heard of me, no doubt. By the way, when I'm speaking in his voice, I am channeling the dad of Phineas and Ferb. That's what I'm imagining. I'm a great detective among great detectives, one who adorns the covers of popular magazines, no less. So I assure you, you may trust me completely. A detective? I do not trust detectives. I'm gonna give him a Russian accent. We distinctly heard a scream emanating from within these walls. There wouldn't appear to be a lady concealing herself within the wardrobe this time. Might I be so bold as to ask you to open that small traveling case? Don't be stupid. Anyone fit in a small trunk like that? Well, it's quite fashionable these days, is it not? Traveling inside one's trunk. It's happened once. It can happen again. Wow, he was right. Shit, we're gonna never live that down. The case just shook. When when I do a turnabout, me when I change my thinking, me when I think outside the box. Leave now. Otherwise, I call the steward. I don't think I lost the Russian accent. Strange Russian man is hiding something. If we can find some clues before the burly sailor returns. Investigation, or can I converse? Sir? Sir? Why is Herlock Sholmes there? Last night. Also, all of the stuff in here is also tilted that way, by the way. Which is why I'm saying it was the boat that went like whack. I'd like to talk to you about something. No. Oh. Do not want to talk. Leave my cabin now. Okay, so obviously the great detective. So let's just look around and investigate. Everything in here. Oh. Apparently we can't do that. This is my cabin. Get out. Okay, great detective. Yeah, great detective, for sure. What are you doing? Do you have a moment, please, Mr. Sholmes? You need only address me as Sholmes. Mr. Sholmes, what were you doing in there? Why, I was resting, of course. Indeed, I was contemplating our sea voyage from the confines of the wardrobe whilst waiting. Waiting for the inevitable time. You would need to call my great powers of detection into service. It seems the hour is upon us now. The time has come. Am I mistaken? Observe closely. Our Russian host in this cabin, Mr. Roylott, is clearly trying to hide something. Yeah, well, he's got something in the pocket and scissors, so presumably was in the process of cutting out... Oh, thank you for the follow. Thank you very much. Why is the text so far below the actual image? I don't know. I will never know. I can try and fix it. Events. Twitch. Twitch channel followed. Edit. Overlay text. Position. I'm not hearing any piano. I can tell you that. Instead of 95, let's make it an even 90 and test. Is that better? That is a little better. Let's make it an 85 and test. There we go. That's much better. I fixed it. He's so good. Fixing shit on the fly. And 2 follows. Gallium GGs. Thank you so much. What is the most effective weapon to use against a Russian hiding a secret? Why? The truth, of course. Should be pointed out, such methods are not exclusively for the Russians. Can you imagine how the Russian will react when his secret he guards so closely is exposed? Would you like to witness it? Alright, let's hear it. Well then, what you're about to see may well astound you. For I am about to apply my great detective's greatly admired great deduction to the case. Seems like this is gonna be great. Could this man be a more hackneyed portrayal of a dubious Russian, I ask you? From time to time, it occurs to me, is the fellow dubious an account of his Russianness, or Russian an account of his dubiousness? Just casually outing himself as a xenophobe. That's whatever, I guess. Especially on first meeting, but I once read it is a capital mistake to theorize before you have all the evidence. It biases the judgment. Shh. You must have complete silence. Why'd you jump like that? What are you... Why are you peering at my face like that? Why are you? Ah, just as I thought. Yes, I've quite made up my mind now. There can be no other explanation that accommodates all the facts. Mr. Roylott, I have reached two incontrovertible conclusions. Number one, your true identity is that of a villain. Using those shears, you're about to end the existence of something most dear. Are you not? And number two, the other conclusion I have drawn, you are, at this very moment no less, in the midst of committing a most grievous crime. Beneath that beard, your mouth quivers with nervous tension as you realize you have been discovered. Does it not? He's about to stab someone. Nothing can deceive Mr. Sholmes. You can deduce all there is to know about a person. No. Oh, yes. Read about it countless times in the adventures of Herlock Sholmes. Now I've experienced the astonishing impact of his great deduction firsthand. Like a dream come true. How could I possibly know such things you wish to say? Welcome back from the pissing room. Very well then, I shall elucidate. We are following ourselves. You know, I hear you can do that if you take out a couple ribs. Shall explain how it was that I arrived at this pair of conclusions. So do I cordially invite you upon a journey of logical discovery. Extremely aligned. Was it off before? No, my camera's normal. I haven't done it. Doesn't it? Yeah, it looks normal to me. I cordially invite you upon a journey of logical discovery. Let us board the train of reasoning. Not the train of thought, the train of reasoning. Let us walk through my deductions together. Oh my god, this is like a thing? Topic 1. Old man's identity. Conclusion, a villain. This is so cool. So, the dubious-looking Russian, Mr. Roylott, obviously what catches the eye in the first place. This is so cool. Is the enormous pair of shears in your hand. Now we ask ourselves, this is sort of like the seances. Ask ourselves, what could you possibly want with such an implement? The answer, of course, is staring us in the face. You're on the verge of using the shears to cut away the copious beard you spot. The little question mark, like, huh? Now, moving on. Question then begged is this. Why would you desire to rid yourself of this magnificent beard, Mr. Roylott? Once again, the answer is plain. We have clear evidence to shed light on the matter. Regard, if you will, this morning's newspaper, in particular the fascinating front page article. Which, it would appear, you have read also, Mr. Roylott. Sure, it needs no further clarification. The evidence that reveals your true identity is the article about the revolutionary. Translation, the headline reads, Revolutionary Valen Vorshevik flees Russia via Shanghai. As you cannot fail to observe, the subject of the article possesses an extremely copious beard. This is so cool, the way he's like acting so fucking, oh my god. Having noted the article yourself, you decided to remove your incriminating facial hair before it gave you away. Ensured your true identity is beyond doubt. I thought that guy was me. You are the fearsome Russian revolutionary himself, Valen Vorshevik. Not that I've heard of you myself, you understand. Topic 2. As for my second conclusion, you are, at this very moment, on the brink of committing a most grievous crime. The proof of this crime, over there. Oh yes, Mr. Roylott. Taken unawares, people have a propensity to let their eyes stray, you see. I assure you, the eye speaks so much more eloquently and honestly than the mouth. The answer we seek lies where the furtive glance falls. Proof of your crime sits before your very eyes. Yes, that traveling case. That is not what he was thinking. This time, I think that the case be opened and its contents let bare. I refuse. What could you possibly be concealing inside, we ask? By my estimation, a young lady, perhaps, one slight enough to fit therein. Don't be absurd. What, pray, would be identity of this young lady in the traveling case? Dear me, we are not well suited to a life of crime, are we? Your careless coup d'oeil betrays you. Once again, we need only follow your furtive glance to find the answer. Yes, the reason you refuse to open your traveling case can be equally found in the pages of this newspaper, where there is another, most stimulating article. If we turn from the fleeing revolutionary to the back page. Renowned prima ballerina of Novovic Ballet disappears from Shanghai. Such a headline can lead us to but one conclusion. Your crime is that of abduction. And according to the article, the young lady's name is Nikolina Pavlova. Okay. He's got it fucking dead wrong both times, and we're gonna have to fix it. How do we go about fixing it? I'm kind of into this segment. Is it gonna be such a long-winded explanation every time, though? That wasn't one of the great deductions I've been hearing so much about, was it? Well, the stories are full of Mr. Sholmes' brilliant deductions. But that did seem a little different somehow. Could you come over here a second? Pray, what can I do for you? Would you mind? To start with, there's a newspaper article. I think we had the same discussion, but looks nothing like him. Yeah. I recall our discussion earlier. At the time, I believe I told you the man is a revolutionary, well able to revolutionize his own appearance. Does look more like that man than me, yes, but another thing, the part about him abducting the ballerina. At first glance, the case would appear too small to accommodate a young woman. You get a 5-year-old child into that case, even if you push really hard. Oof. No, the young lady's 15. 10 years worth of her would be poking out from the case, yeah. I read something pertinent, I believe. troop of men consuming vinegar daily in order to promote a certain litheness in their bodies. For such a sow bunch, it would surely be simplicity itself to contort oneself into the confines of that small case. Something occurred to me about Mr. Sholm's deductions. They are not... No, it's just where he directs his attention and his logic that seem a little off. One or two key words in his deductions that seem to let him down. Switch them for alternatives. Oh! We just need to switch some text in the deductions, huh? Precisely the thought that was going through my own mind. Okay, I wonder how anyone puts up with me. Yeah, I do wonder that too. You, my good fellow, take a moment to look at your wrists. When did he do that? Well, they may hinder your ability to follow me in our dance of deduction. You are a marvel. He is good. Involving a large whale. A large whale? Are you saying Moby Dick? Are you saying Pinocchio? After the loss of his lover. He's just a rebound. He's great with his... Why did Twitch warn me not to say that? Twitch was the little guardian angel on your shoulder trying to save you. And you went like, nah. Oh my god. Why are we moaning? Fuck, I wasn't moaning. I was mad. He's proud to present his logic and reasoning spectacular. Course correction. Hold it. Okay. Uh-huh. Yeah. What could you possibly want with such an implement? Staring us in the face. Yep, that's not it. Doesn't quite sit right with me. No. Try to switch a keyword and see if it helps. Taking a long, hard look. Okay. On the newspaper is what I'm thinking. See if there's anything we could even use to switch around in that last sentence. Oh! Was he trying to, like, cut individual letters out? Oh my god, can I fully move? Can I scroll further down? Golden locks, yeah, I would say that. This kid of stunning golden locks. Was it growing out from underneath his thick black hair?
Yes!
So you can't move down. Damn! Damn! He's so cool! You were on the verge of using the shears to cut away the golden locks you sport. Indeed. You have identified the precise detail I was intending to expose. Dude, wait, I'm so into it. I'm so into it if he's, like, also getting in on it. Such lush golden hair certainly does not befit an old man. Such... You're not a man at all. You're a woman, judging from the length and sheen of your hair. One still very much in her youth. Dude, it's so fucking cool. If only I managed to cut off my hair, no one would have suspected. Question then begged is this: why would you desire to rid yourself of these magnificent locks? Once again, the answer is plain. We have clear evidence to shed light on the matter. Sure needs no further clarification. The evidence that reveals your true identity. Article about the revolutionary. Nuh-uh. Suddenly we love him. Yeah, dude. If I get to fucking dance around with him like that, yeah, that's pretty fucking cool. I had an idea. The moment I walked into that room, I was like, that's the ballerina. You're enjoying this, aren't you? He's kind of dancing. You look like you're in your element when you dance around the room, deducing the facts with Mr. Sholmes. I do like the idea that, like, Sholmes is all personality and sort of, yeah, he's got some power of observation, but Ryunosuke does have observation, logic, sort of, you know, brains. So, like, they're kind of, like, pinging off each other as they start deducing. I really like that vibe. I really like that vibe. I'm not having fun or anything. Strictly business. No, dude, these can take an hour. These can take an hour. I love it. The evidence he's picked out doesn't fit the facts at all. Can't possibly be this merciless revolutionary. Mm-hmm.
Yes!
Dance, boy, dance! The evidence that reveals your true identity is, of course, the article about the ballerina. That's right, you've hit the nail on the head. Renowned prima ballerina of the Novovich Ballet disappears from Shanghai. Dude, would appear we're finally able to address you by your true name. Yes, because your true identity is that of the Novovich Ballet's prima ballerina, Miss Nikolina Pavlova. Careful, don't stab yourself with that. Oof. Damn. Wait, no, she's 15. We know this. She's got a hook in her hair? Oh, that's just her regular hair, I think. My name is Nina. I mean, Nikolina Pavlova. Please, I beg you, don't tell anyone. Oh, of course not. Don't worry about that. That's not what we're here for. Dude, that's so good. It's so stylish. The wrongdoing is stealing the crown. Worth 20,000 rubles. You are, at this very moment, on the brink of committing a most grievous crime. The proof of this crime, over there. Oh yes, Miss Pavlova. Taken unawares, people have a propensity to let their eyes stray, you see. They are very cool earrings. They have the little moon pattern, sort of like Athena's, actually. I assure you, the eye speaks so much more eloquently and honestly than the mouth. The answer we seek lies where the furtive glance falls. The proof of your crimes is before your eyes, that traveling case. That is not. What is the crime this young woman is apparently committing? He wants to dance around with Mr. Sholmes. Oh, yeah, there it is. Holy.
Yes!
Proof of your crime? Surely this tiara. I believe this tiara is worn on stage by dancers of the Novovich Ballet, is it not? Indeed, it would appear to be identical to the tiara pictured here in this newspaper article. And if the reporting is to be believed, I forgot about the English accent. And if the reporting is to be believed, it's an item worth 20,000 rubles. In summary, crime you have committed is theft. Yes, you left your ballet troupe, unlawfully taking that precious tiara with you. Damn, I'm loving this. I'm loving this. I have no one, no family, no friends. I'm all alone. I need money. Did not steal the tiara. It was a present from, how do you say, an Earl? Prussia. It belongs to me. An Earl of Prussia gave a 15-year-old girl a gift? Okay, you know what? Yeah, absolutely 100%. There is no point to hiding it now. Come, come, let us not be hasty. There remains one unsolved mystery about you. The suitcase. You have staunchly refused to open this traveling case if yours in our presence. It is reasonable to conclude, therefore, there exists some reason why you wish it to remain closed. You sending a friggin' virus in my stream right now? What is that? My bad, yeah. My dear girl, there is no sense in playing games with me. Nothing escapes my attention. Indeed, I have a very good idea of the contents of your case, even before I've ever laid eyes on them. Dear me, we are not well suited to a life of crime, are we? Your careless coup d'eil betrays you. Once again, we didn't only follow your furtive glance to find the answer. Yes, the reason why you refuse to open your case is not the books on the shelf. Doesn't seem likely the reason why this young woman doesn't want to open her case. Remembered in her book she doesn't even belong to her, yeah. Another reason in that same area. Should be revealed by following her gaze in the direction of the bookcase. Books. Rules of pass. Oh, no pets.
Yes!
Coup d'eil? Coup means like a hit or a stroke. And ale means eye. So sort of like a glance, you know? That's a coup d'eil. I don't know how to say oil properly, because I haven't spoken French in a long time. Yes, the reason you refuse to open your case is written in the rules of passage. Passengers must not keep weapons or other dangerous objects in their cabins. Pets are also strictly forbidden. Inside that case of yours is something forbidden from carriage on this vessel. That is the real reason why you refuse to open it, thus revealing its contents. D'état, state. Coup d'état means an attack on the state. You sort of like overthrowing the state. État is state. The United States in French is États-Unis. As we've seen, the trunk wobbles from time to time. No weapon or other dangerous item would move of its own accord. Which leaves but one possibility, Miss Pavlova. Inside your traveling case, look at him fucking posing. Dude, we're going so crazy with it. I love it. Damn. So the last item listed as forbidden in the vessel's rules passage, a pet. L'état c'est moi. No, c'est moi. So what? She has a snake, I bet, as a pet. How long is this case? Damn. Elementary. Dude, I'm digging this. I'd love about as long as the it's a 4-hour case then. We should be done in like an hour. You aren't who you said you were. Although, you know, we have been fucking around a lot today, so maybe it might take a little longer. My real name is Nikolina Pavlova. Everything you said was correct. Do I have a Russian accent, guys? Yes or no? This is important, because if she's gonna stick around, she's gonna have this accent. You absconded during one of your ballet's ballet company's performances in order to escape your homeland. I got a little Scottish. I'm pinging around the whole dang continent. Later that same night, you stole aboard this vessel. "10 hours of silence punctuated by random pipe." I have no idea what you are talking about. You really have snuck on board without being noticed. In order to obscure your true identity, you somewhat recklessly took the guise of an old gentleman, and you intended to sever all links with your past by severing your long hair. There are no pipes in Bossing Say, dude. Yet to a woman, hair is no trifling matter. My personal recommendation is to leave well alone. But to cut off your own hair, why'd you scream? Yeah. That veritable tinkling of a bell, why none other than this young lady, naturally. Whole set of pipes. I said no pipes! No pipes on this stream. I was so scared when I ran away in Shanghai. Sure they would come looking for me. I decided to, how you say, disgust myself, so no one would recognize me. Bell pissing. On the fur hat and fake beard. Just before you came in here, I saw in the newspaper. Right on the page, there was a picture of me. I was so frightened I couldn't stop from screaming. If I didn't change my appearances completely, they would find me. Decided to cut all of my hair as fastly as possible. Picked up the scissors in my hand and... yeah. Things happen like that sometimes, I guess so. From time to time. One more thing I'd like to know. Which is what, young lady? What exactly do you have inside your traveling case? Let it out, it can't breathe. You were right. It is my dear friend inside, my only friend in the whole world. Please, don't tell anyone. Captain finds out. If you say to any of the crew. Yeah, it's safe with us. You must tell us in as much detail as you can, Master, about the events of last night. Yes, all right. I will tell you. Wasn't it something, Mr. Sholmes' great deduction? Yo, I was like 50% of that at least. It's certainly something, yes. Just not entirely sure what. At least Miss Pavlova has agreed to tell us what she knows. Indeed, it is incredible. By the way, I have been thinking about changing one thing about my camera. Not today. Today it's perfectly fine. I'm not going to touch anything. I've been thinking about what if I, instead of having a border around with like the shifting colors going through, if I made the whole camera itself kind of like a wobbly lava lamp sort of situation. If the camera frame moved like a lava lamp, like, you know, there's always the center of it with my face in it, but the edge of the camera was sort of a little blue, 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 like that. I think that could be doable. Can you say that again? I missed that. Why? I can't imagine why. Just, yeah, if my head was in the middle of the shot, but then around it, the edges were kind of free-flowing a little. Let me get a little more central. The edges were kind of like free-flowing, sort of lava lamp style. And maybe if I could figure out how to do it, even put like the little trim around it as well. But yeah. Thoughts? Thoughts and prayers? Observe your rests. You put them back on? My god. Popped again? What? How? True to my work? True to my word, I have restored your shackles. He is kind of cool, damn. You were right. He's like one of the best characters with one of the worst possible first introductions, yeah. He's just that fucking strong, dude. He just doesn't feel the cuffs. Can't be helped at the moment. Let's listen to what Miss Pavlova has to say. To find out what the speckled band that Kazuma-sama wrote about in his diary really was. Sorry, not examine. I'm assuming converse is what we want now. No. Someone was killed in the cabin next door to this one last night. One of the crewmen told me this morning when I was eating breakfast. The man who died was a friend of mine. Oh. We're trying to find out what happened. And I'm clapped in irons, by the way. Did you notice anything unusual? Heard a strange noise. Perhaps people talking. Perhaps the ship was absorbed in a wild tempest. Perhaps its steam engine exploded. Perhaps everyone on board would have noticed if that had happened. Oh my god, he's just my little idiot that I lead around. Oh my god, wait, I kind of like the character now. I've done such a 180 on Sholmes. I don't know, I'm sorry, but all I could think about last night was what I had done and whether they would find me. Didn't notice anything that was happening around me. Dumb twinks were essential. Yeah, dumb twinks are pretty, you know, low on the Maslow's hierarchy of needs. It goes food, shelter, dumb twinks, security, family, sort of connections, and then Netflix, I think. Run away. Run, run, run away. You've run away from your ballet company, haven't you? The Novovich Ballet. I'm traveling to Great Britain, and from there, I want to go to America. I will never dance again. I want to forget everything about the ballet. I will start a new life. Whoa, what's happening in the ballet? Actually, the Russian ballet is historically kind of bad, right? Tiara is mine. I need it to live. You want to sell it, I'm assuming. I have no money of my own. The Novovich Ballet gives us only a little food and water, and we must dance all over the world. I had to run away. I had no choice. If I stayed, it would have killed me. Oh no. Yes. The crew of this ship, they have all been kind to me. They let me come on board. They say I should hide in this cabin. I don't know why I feel like my accent might be a little more Polish than Russian, but that's fine. That is indeed the truth, Miss Pavlova. It creates a most interesting conundrum. Of what conundrum? I was too worried making voices. Conundrum. Polish or a Russian accent. Well, I don't think you have yet either. Allow me to pose you a riddle. According to this newspaper, it was only yesterday that you absconded from the ballet. Now, that being the case, it must have been last night you boarded this vessel. But this vessel has been at sea for 2 weeks. Is that what we're saying? This is Buria stopped by no port last night. Exactly. How is it, pray, you come to be aboard? Crewman outside the cabin acted very strangely when we mentioned that. If anything happened last night... Yeah. Not your business. Accent sounds like an accent. High praise. I'll take it. Angel descended from the heavens, bringing grace and beauty to the stage. Is that what they call you? It is how the Russian newspapers described one of my performances. That is how I came here too. I descended from the heavens because I am an angel. Were you were flown over? Never can resist a touch of the dramatic. Miss Pavlova is the same. We're surrounded by theater kids. Words once said about myself. Quote from a wonderfully extravagant advertisement for the adventures of Sherlock Holmes. Every time I'm gonna get it wrong, man. Doesn't look like Miss Pavlova is gonna tell us what really happened. Talk about your friend. Can you let him out? Oh, please don't tell. Don't tell any of the crew. They found my precious. Burly Russians would bestir themselves in unison to throw you and your case overboard, no doubt. What sort of pet is your friend? A little puppy? It is, isn't it? It's a snake. A poisonous one, I bet. An adorable little rabbit. Ah, you credit Russia as a land with small rabbits, do you? Don't they have small rabbits? Don't they have small rabbits? You may well ask. I have no idea. You two are miserable bunglers when it comes to understanding the nature of a young ballerina's friends. Isn't it obvious? It must be a chicken. Consider the benefits. A rousing wake-up call, daily fresh eggs, and when adversity strikes, could satisfy the needs of sustenance. You'd eat your friends. Damn. She's like, nope. Well, it would appear this friend's identity is a closely guarded secret not to be revealed. Something I should like to show her. That photograph, maybe? Okay, sorry, girl, damn. Your article? You look so beautiful, like a fairy. Yeah. Look at this dead body. Yeah, so? She does not have a massive bald spot. Yeah. The hair just stops clean around this. I'm scared. My picture is in the newspapers. We're not getting to the UK until fucking... We left Japan 2 weeks ago. It was a 51-day trip. So it's 51 minus 1 minus 10 minus 3. 47 days. I think in 47 days, you're fine. There's gonna be other shit going on. You got that Winston Payne haircut. Yeah. You mean Taketsuchi Ouchi? She's so young. Just 15 years old for her to have to run away all by herself. Very, very alone. Okay, that's not it. The hissing. Speckled band. He doesn't have the little samurai deal. Ah, valid. Wrote in it last night before he died. Something a little unusual. It reads 1:23 a.m. You can hear a faint whistling sound. 135. What looks like some sort of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grill. Speckled band? I don't understand. The ventilator he mentions joins to this cabin. That one? That one joins up to that Oh my god, it does! I had them flipped in my head. Yeah, it does. 100%. This cabin and the victim's cabin are connected together. Something occurred to you. No. I don't know anything. Me when I lie for fun. Excuse me, Mr. Roylott? Whoa, that was fast. Yep. Captain would like to speak with you. You must come to Captain's quarters at once. Oh my god, their ties look like little fish. I just realized. That's so cute. Alright, I will come now. You must leave now. Oh, don't mind us. Yeah, please don't worry yourself, Mr. Roylott. Get out! Damn. Get out. So what, we just chill? We still not managed to investigate Miss Pavlova's cabin. We were unceremoniously chased out. We were quite literally picked up and thrown into the passageway outside. Big boy over there. Picking up and throwing out. Just like that. Just like that. Save. Oh my god, that's the first save point we've had. There is a lot of auto-saving, though, to be fair, right? The last one was at 8:21, which was, yeah, 10 minutes ago. There is a lot of auto-saving. Wish we'd managed to find some clues what that speckled band might be. No, we could not investigate. Dude, he really just out here with the crop top. We won't be able to go for a while longer. Never get past that sailor guarding the door. He's also kind of got like flare bottom pants. He's got the bell bottoms. The bell bottoms, the crop top. He's kind of an icon, honestly. What happened to our great detective friend? Where did he go? Did he hide in the wardrobe? And the boots with the fur. The whole yacht was looking at her. Can I... What if I just left now? Second class. It's locked. Okay, you know what? I'm kind of glad. Gave me a very stern look when she said that. At least they're keeping me in first class, dude. I don't mind that. We've already looked at all of this. The alarm in my room, cheese trap. Okay, but the fact that those are checked and this is not means I should look at it again. Yeah, it's a ship's log. It's the same, but it didn't say it was done. Mostly blank. There was nothing to report. Okay, well, done. This light is off. This light is on. What's the deal with that? I'm honestly feeling so messed up that no one appreciated when I said the whole yacht was looking at her, but whatever. Van Gogh was never appreciated in his time. What? Why you look like that? You want something? It was good. Thank you. Thank you. Needed. Fuck, dude. You want me to throw you out again, huh? It was kind of fun, actually. Next time I have to throw you out, show you where lobsters spend winter. Understand? Where do lobsters spend winter? On top of the mountain whistling? That's our cabin. Yeah, okay. The same thing again. Dude, she kind of hits the post that... Inspector Hosonaga has managed to uncover any new clues. Well, let's go in and find out. Let us go in and find out. Sounds like pure gunshots. Pure gunshots. When they do this. We got another twink. Nerve Inspector Hosonaga is unscathed. He keeps coughing up blood. Allowing you out of this cabin to invest. Oh, he would risk his life to talk to the captain. Yeah. I'm sure he was exaggerating. While he beef stroganoff. Fuck. This is literally, if you've been on, I'm assuming it's everywhere on TikTok too, but in Instagram Reels right now, the song that's like, in the Navy, that, you know? And it's always some twink dressed in a sailor outfit, dancing around. I feel like this is where they put them. This is where they put all of them. You, where did you go? Why? Who gave you permission for this? I mean, Seaman Hosonaga did. That new Japanese, was it? Later, I will roll him into a ball and throw him in cold room. For this first time in my life, I almost regret it. Okay. My microphone is too good at not picking up the music. I've got the filter set up so well, this shit does not even sound. Wow. Honestly, kind of impressive of me, if I have to say. If I have to say it myself, kind of impressive of me. Honestly. I did a good job with that. I don't have that dog in me after all. What, that dog of what? You don't have that, you don't have that, Kazuma in your trunk? Your filters are very good. Okay, I'm not doing it for that. I was surprised because the microphone bar was not going up at all, even though I had it full volume straight up on the microphone. Inspector Hosonaga doesn't find himself in too much trouble on our account. Hello, Rune. I'm getting bullied. I have to take him for a steak at Le Carnival. It'll be a very long time from now, Naruhodo-san. Okay. What shall I... Apparently I can look at the table now. Nothing on this table at all. Barry functions so well. Don't they? What happens if I... Hang on. This is what my microphone sounds like if I changed nothing at all. Does it sound better? Does it sound worse? What's the deal? I don't know what it sounds like right now, but this is raw microphone. The same? Fuck, dude. If I turn on this. If I turn on this. See? If I turn It's looping now. it picks up background noises and shit. Fractal Galley. Oh. You were changing no settings. Strange. Last night when I went to sleep, I'm sure everything was still. Oh, wait a minute. What got you? I don't know what you're talking about. So, that perhaps you are responsible for what happened to Kazuma-sama. No, I don't think that I was, actually. Chicken on the floor. Ground chicken. These letters were written with the ink that was somehow spilt on the floor. They spelled the Russian word for wardrobe. Should have just spelled out my name, don't you think? In Russian, exactly. Who did write it? And what was written? What about the desk? Yeah, faint whistling. Left us a valuable clue in these words, I'm sure of it. Solve this mystery. Yes, we will. Oh, he's here. I've just been fucking around. Whoa! You should leave him, dude. Inspector? Please, don't worry about it. They're just scratches. Made by a bear. I bet. When I told the captain I'd given you permission to investigate, he told me he'd pummel me with his fist and then toss me overboard. The pummeling was over in a flash, and he must have decided against throwing me overboard. So it was nothing, really. That's kind of crazy, dude. That's kind of crazy of you. I know a little about the neighboring cabin. Bumped into a man claiming to be a great detective a little while ago. His name was something like Herlock Sholmes. I don't think he was German, though. Shall we compare notes, then? We can tell you what we found out. Nikolina Pavlova in the cabin next door? Damn right. Please, what self-respecting ballet fan would know that graceful angel? He truly is that meme of, like, you know, the soldier, like, getting fucking hit with, like, bullets, knives, explosions. Protecting a little girl, which is us. Tells us the neighboring cabin is unrelated to the case, at least. Because she can do no evil. Angels don't go around committing crimes, do they? Oh, God. He's a fanboy. As your investigation in here proved fruitful. If I'm honest, there's very little more I can do. Our duty is to make sure the scene isn't disturbed, ready to hand over to the Hong Kong police. I'm just keeping watch here, trying not to take my eyes off the job. There is one thing. We have a small piece of new information for you. $10 to 40 minutes. That's crazy. A wump little twink is frazzling. Is foot tickling. New information. It's this. Bodia's medical officer has finished his examination of the body. Managed to obtain the report. Post-mortem report? Or is it like a proper autopsy? What was the cause of death? Damage to the cervical vertebrae. His neck was broken. No obvious wounds or other signs of injury. First, I think they were considering poison. Because then they found no trace of poison in his system at all. Well, they wouldn't do poison back to back. We don't know what weapon was used. The fact that there are no signs of a wound suggests it may have been a blunt object. Something that wouldn't break the skin, yeah. Strong enough impact to the neck could induce death. I have a second copy of the report. For me. Thank you. I trust you. Dude, he's all beat up saying I trust you. Hosonaga, I would die for you. If I didn't trust you, never have agreed to you leaving this cabin in the first place, would I? We have been blessed with twinks. Let's read this. Okay. Male, Far Eastern. Time of death, somewhere between 1 a.m. and a little past 2 a.m. Well, clearly, you can even compress it more, because he was writing on his diary at like 1:30 a.m. Cause of death, damage to the cervical vertebrae, resulting in instant death. Victim's neck was almost certainly broken as a result of a strong blow to the area. No obvious external injuries or traces of poison. Okay. Mr. Sholmes was here, was he? Be enjoying himself a little too much. But then he suddenly left. Suppose he must have become bored. Actually, now you mention it, yes, just one thing, but he practically shouted it. It's shoe polish, was all he said. This stuff on the floor? Yeah. That must be it. It leaves me cold, I'm afraid. I have no idea. Kazuma-sama was wearing leather shoes with a very dark tan hue. The color of red wine, but darker, often repaired them for him. Polish on Kazuma's shoes as they scuffed the floor. Dude, he really was fucking caking them in polish. To leave a mark like that. I should return to my post. My fellow crewmen's eyes are boring into the back of my head. Well, I feel terrible that I failed to protect Asogi-san. He was my responsibility. Dude, you're beat the hell. Care for yourself too. My pain is nothing compared to yours. You were his friends. Truth is, I seem to have had a heavy head ever since I woke this morning. Everyone kind of does, yeah. My head's still throbbing. Do I have in my court record a things to do tab? I don't. Honestly, kinda a W move. Good stuff, game. My wardrobe, the thing, the vent. Could we climb up there? Just a few minutes before he died, Kazuma saw something emerging from it. A speckled band, as he described it. She seemed as baffled as we are. Yeah. There was something about that woman that didn't sit right with me. My bed, my back. Neatly arranged. They were all over the place. But everything is tilted that way. Early behavior in the cabin leads to damage. Anyway, I feel much better now they're neatly lined up. Can relax when things are untidy. What about the rest of the fucking room? How do we feel about that? We've looked at the sword. We've looked at that. The painting is nothing. The door is nothing. I guess let's look at that again. Pets are strictly forbidden. Pavlova has broken the rules. Yes. Do we just go back to Pavlova's room at this point? Are we allowed? Isn't there a guy at the door? Yeah. Okay, progress. Look, Seaman Stroganov has gone. Strong enough. Yeah, he is. His Russian names are impossible to remember. La la la. Whomst be singing? La la la, little A. I did it the great detective way. Okay, dude. Hell yeah. I know that lark-like voice. Never mind that now. It's a golden opportunity. Let's go. Stringy knot crewman comes back. Stroganov. Stroganov. It's open. This is full now? This used to be empty. Has he been unpacking her shit? What are you doing? It's not a moment to waste, Naruhodo-san. We must investigate as quickly as we can. For Kazuma's sake. Not just for Kazuma. For my sake, too. Can't be long now until we arrive at port in Hong Kong. I don't want you to be in those handcuffs when we get there. Girl. We must solve this case, Naruhodo-san. By ourselves if we have to. She believes me now. With her whole chest, she believes me now. That bag is nothing. These clothes are nothing. This is definitely the most important thing. Miss Pavlova's case is open. She was hiding a special friend in there. Not allowed to bring animals aboard. Yeah. What kind of animal did she have? And where did it go? Where did it come from? Where did it go? Is the tiara gone? Nothing else. Miss Pavlova only ran away from the ballet last night. What kind of books? Okay. Yes, I see. It seems Miss Pavlova enjoys reading Russian books. Yep. I have played too much Ace Attorney, I'm sorry. Plate on the floor? Saucer. It was put there deliberately to feed the pet. Is the ship quite safe? It doesn't mean the whole ship's gonna sink. Not on the roof, yeah. Of course you're right. She is a little scared of boats, I'm thinking. What's with the trash? We'll have a little look and see what's been thrown away. Are you about to Susato throw me right now? It's poor etiquette to go sifting through someone's rubbish, you know? But we are investigating, yeah. We have no choice. Look. Hardly anything in here. Well, she's only been in here since last night, so... That's disappointing. Oh, now she's into it. The books have toppled over together. The same way as in the other room. It's a god of the sea. He's toppled too. The same as the bookcase next door in his cabin. Miss Pavlova was practicing a difficult ballet pose and fell against the bookcase. The boat tilted somehow. You lost your temper and knocked them all over in a fit of rage. It could not have stood upright at all. I'll set them all straight again in here too. Something's going to happen that's going to be like, whoa, and it's going to topple everything again. Is that painting Supposed to be the girl in the pearl earring? No, that has a much darker background, right? That can't be it. Oh, let's look in her freaking closet then. Cheater? Whoa. Oh, good. Thought you might have climbed into the wardrobe when I wasn't looking. There's no place like home. Damn. Well, anyway, I'm not sure anyone could fit inside this one. Full of beautiful outfits. I suppose they're all stage costumes. Friend hiding in here, but no such luck. The bell for help. Well, the friend likes to go in the vent from what we know, so... Oh, what a fool a shipbuilder must be putting a ventilator into another room. The occupant of this cabin would notice and raise the alarm. The occupants of both cabins would die of gas poisoning. True. Kazuma wrote he saw a speckled band. Do we have any speckled bands up in here? Who up speckling they band? Very thirsty people. Because Miss Pavlova only came to this cabin last night, she hadn't had the chance to make any tea yet. We've looked this, we've looked this. We haven't looked... Okay, the door, that's nothing, that's nothing, that's nothing. Let's look at this. Is this the striped band? Yeah. It's a bell cord. Can't resist. The whole ceiling came fucking down on us, man. We're trying to investigate in secret. Yeah. Dude, there's fucking nothing in this room, actually. The rules of passage, no weapons, no pets. Yes. Wonder where her friend has disappeared to now. Only having fun exploring the ship. Hope Seaman Stroganoff doesn't find it and throw it overboard. Doesn't find it and throw it back, more like. Door, open. The bolt's drawn across. There's no way anybody could enter the cabin from outside. Unless they fucking beat it down. There's no chance of trickery using magnets to unbolt it from the outside. Seals up perfectly too. Stop any seawater coming in. You can use the method you told me of, passing a thread through a crack. We've literally looked at everything in this room. We're secretly investigating. Yeah, we're done. We have. Guess what? We have secretly investigated. Checked. Carpet is nothing. Checked. Checked. We're done. Go back to the passageway, maybe? Like, we finished investigating. We're done? Kazuma's cabin again? No. Okay, now I'm dead lost right now. I am dead lost right now. Which, oddly, might be a good point to call it. Susato hints whether or not you completed the area. She does, so I guess I haven't? But there was nothing else to look at. Oh, in the move screen. Oh. There's actually a beautiful ballerina. Needs to spend a little more time investigating here. Okay. But again, we have checked everything here. Unless... Motherfucker. There's the twink. Anyway, you know what? We're going to call it here for today. Because I am a hungry, hungry boy. And I haven't had my dinner yet. And I've been up since 7 on 4 hours of sleep. So I'm liable to knock the fuck out any point right now. So I think we're going to call it here on a pretty successful, I would say, little foolish little stream. And now you fools don't go anywhere, because we're going to raid out to someone. You know what? We're going to raid out to... We're going to raid out to Tragedy, playing Valorant Ranked, I believe. So stick around, say hi. In the meantime, I've been Gallium GG. We're going to put this on the YouTube, and it's going to be quite fun. I hope. Is Tragedy's stream okay? I'm trying to load it right now, and it's giving me an error. Oh, no, it's loaded. Okay. We're good. We're sending you off, guys. Don't worry. You're going home. All right. Thank you very much for watching. I've been Gallium GG. I'm going to see you tomorrow for more of this, but not better. Bye-bye.